Welcome back to another part / episode of Nothing But Football. If
Free
you're joining,
Ukraine.
Free Ukraine. What?
Free Ukraine, dog. Them niggas don't deserve to get bombed. Free them, dog.
No.
Wasn't Ukraine part of Russia before?
They were USSR, Soviet Union, basically.
Yeah, so it was white folks fighting with white folks for other pieces of land, so the USSR can't be not powerful anymore. I don't care.
Okay, free them. No one deserves to get bombed.
No.
No one deserves to get bombed. He's just saying, feel sorry for other people first.
No. Yes, I do agree. The principle still remains that what's happening in Ukraine is wrong.
It's wrong, but it's not new. It's not new.
Chris is taking himself to this ledge.
I'm telling you, no, it's nothing new. It's nothing new.
This is why I say this guy sounds like a guy who's from if you're from Soweto and then you go to Center and then someone gets mugged in front of you, dog, this happens all the time.
Dog.
I've walked the streets of Joburg CBD.
Then they say, no, bruh, this isn't supposed to happen, but still it happened to my boy, Skumbuzo.
It happened to Phineas.
Hey, dog, all I'm saying is cry with me when I get robbed. If not, I'm not going to cry with you.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, but you, as a person we haven't experienced war, but as a person who's been ill-treated, you can sympathize with those who are being ill-treated.
Not those ones who don't sympathize with me and ill-treat me the same as the person who ill-treated me.
Please elaborate.
They're still racist. They are still racist.
Let's leave this because we're just going to wander for long. But yes, we're back talking about football. Clearly that wasn't football, but yeah, we're back
football,
now. No. But yeah, guys, the other topic that I wanted to discuss in part 1, we spoke about the whole Russia situation and how it affects football and how we feel about, its effects in the footballing world. The other topic that I wanted to bring up, actually, guys, is Marcelo Bielsa has now been let go of Leeds. This comes after a spell of football in the month of February, where he went on to concede 20 goals in the space of a month. That's the most goals that actually any team has ever, conceded. So essentially, he got fired for that. So I wanted to get your guys' feelings about whether that was justified or is Leeds, are they jumping the gun on the situation? So let me start with you, Uncle Lugosa. Let me know how you feel.
I think it's a foolish decision, right? Because there's things that are synonymous with Bielsa, right? Yeah. Bielsa's team can be 4-0 down. They don't go and defend. They still try and score. So they'll rather lose 6-2. You know what I mean? So with that guy, you're going to concede some goals, right? And basically the way the squad is set up, that squad is just about fitness and running. It's not really quality.
Yeah.
So the thing
besides Rafinha and a couple.
Yeah. Besides a handful of names. So when you're firing him, what are you expecting the next guy to work with?
Good point.
In fact, I agree with Lucas 100% there.
They were 10, 20 years in the championship. That nigga took them out. That guy kept them in the league with a particular style. Now when it's not, you get rid of him.
The best way I can put it, man. The signings that they put, Rafinha, Rodrigo, Dan James. Majority of that squad is a championship squad. The bubble was supposed to burst. We still got Millier. Young keeper, it could be great one day, still makes a lot of mistakes.
Yeah.
They're still playing with an Arsenal Academy reject. Who's it? Dan Ayling or whatever like that.
Okay.
Luke Ayling, yeah.
Luke Ayling. You get what I'm saying? These are championship players, man, that got you this far. It's not the manager, it's literally the championship players. That squad needed a squad overhaul with Bielsa over a prolonged period of time. One of those things of every year, one new defender, one new midfielder, one new attacker.
He was doing that slowly. I mean, if you look at the defenders, he signed. I think it's something Koch. He's a German prodigy, like a young defender who's coming up. He signed Llorente. Llorente's been in the Spanish, mixes for a while.
Yeah. Junior
Firpo from Barcelona, decent player. About to do something.
But you Doc, he brought Rafinha in. We're talking about Rafinha going to a top 4 club. I don't know another manager that can get that pull from coming from the championship to
Nah,
get a
you can't.
Rafinha, to take a player from Valencia. Who they going to bring in? Mark Hughes,
Well, they've bought in
Sam Allardyce.
they've bought in a coach called Jesse Marsh.
Is he American?
He's American.
I know that name.
He was coaching Red Bull Salzburg.
Okay, cool.
Oh,
Okay, fine.
sure,
That makes
okay.
sense. That,
Yeah.
that appointment does make sense.
At least it's pressing football
Yeah.
then.
Yes,
Because
no,
those guys
he-
are fit enough.
He
for it.
has said he's followed, because I watched an interview where he was saying that he had followed Marcelo Bielsa's footballing career, his style of football. He kind of broke down, the system that he's going to play, because
Yeah.
he's saying that our systems are quite similar. I'm just going to tweak a couple of things. We've got, players who are,
If he's from that Red Bull group, then it should still be pressing because
Yeah.
Bielsa's game is basically Bielsa tries to get the game one-on-one
yeah.
in sort of every position type of thing.
Yeah, so I get it. So like this firing didn't make sense to me because
Yeah, look, they,
what you gonna get out of championship players?
look, they fire him with Leeds in
14th,
17, 16,
Yeah.
right? Look, 2 points above the relegation, above 18th, but Burnley has 2 games. Oh, that's another chapter. We can finish this one. Remember, he was writing Burnley off. Burnley's now 18th.
No, I
But
wrote
anyway-
Norwich and somebody off.
Huh?
Okay, but I get you. No, I wrote Burnley off in relation to Brentford. I wrote them off I'm like, they will not finish above Brentford.
Okay.
Oh,
But yeah, so they 2 points ahead of
I think you'll find
Burnley.
it interesting to
But
see
Burnley has 2 games in
how
hand.
Burnley is doing, actually.
No, it's fine, dog.
No, side note, since we spoke, Burnley, because last time we spoke,
They were bottom. They were bottom.
yeah, last time we spoke, they were bottom just after losing to Liverpool, and then they proceeded to win 2 games and draw 1. The games they won was against Brighton, they won against Tottenham, and then they drew against Crystal Palace. In that same period, well, I guess just after Brentford went on that horrible losing streak. They drew 1 against Crystal Palace and proceeded to lose 2 games, 1 to Arsenal and another one
Is
to
this Brentford?
Brentford.
Yeah, they lost 4 out of the last 5.
Yes. So basically, and another one to Newcastle. Still with 3 games on hand.
On Brentford, yeah.
Yeah. Burnley has 3 games on hand. But the point situation, Burnley is 3 points away.
I hear you, man, but
Do you still maintain the
I
same
still
sentiment?
maintain what I'm talking about. Burnley, they had a couple of wins. Are Burnley going to go on a 5-game unbeaten run? No. They're going to lose.
At the bottom of the league, you don't have to.
Yeah, but I'm saying.
2 wins and a draw change the whole.
Yeah, I'm saying. Like,
You
Burnley
just have
picked
to
up.
do better than your opponents.
Okay, no, I'm saying. Burnley picked up day 4. If
Early in the season.
Yeah, now.
Oh, Burnley, yeah,
Burnley.
Sorry.
Man, what happens if Brentford start winning now? It changes complexion. Because
True.
Burnley will be dropping points.
True.
It's Burnley, guys. I don't think they'll get relegated, man. I was just saying from Burnley to Brentford. It's a stretch. It is a stretch. They're there now, but we don't know who they play next.
Who?
They're playing
Both
Leicester.
teams. Who's playing next?
We'll give it a check now.
Burnley. They're playing
But
Leicester.
I think we looked
Burnley's
at the
playing
fixtures
Leicester?
the last time and we said Brentford's ones aren't that great.
Yeah, I remember just.
Yeah,
just say that.
Brentford has Norwich next.
But you see
then it's a Burnley. Then it's a Burnley
See?
Brentford.
Then it's a Burnley. That's
Yeah.
where. And remember, I kept on telling you.
Then it's
Brent-
Leicester, Chelsea, West Ham, Watford, Spurs, Man United, Southampton,
Think about it,
Everton,
it's-
and Leeds.
It's
for
Brentford, Norwich. They win there. Who's Burnley playing?
Sure, so you know.
But what I have to say is that there was we kind of called this. I think you and I shared the same sentiment, Uncle Lukusa, that Brentford, as well as they started, their squad does not allow them to keep this momentum.
Sure.
Because the way they seem to be struggling is against their foes. So basically, if they play, that's why I say looking at the next game against Norwich, I call that Norwich is going to beat them.
Yeah, same. Same.
Brentford beat them 4-1 earlier in the season.
Yeah,
But
under a
that
different
was
coach.
that was in the beginning.
This is a coach that knows the league now.
Okay, but either way, we're talking Burnley's next 2 fixtures: Leicester and Chelsea.
After the Norwich.
They
Burnley.
Burnley.
Yeah,
Are
yeah.
Burnley picking up 3 points in this game?
If Burnley can if Burnley can claim 2 points in the
They're still behind them, aren't they?
hey,
They're still behind them if they claim 2 points.
yeah, but with 2 games still. In
No. They're still behind.
But what I'm trying to tell you is if Burnley can come up with 2 points from Leicester and Chelsea, that's a very good result for them.
Fam, games in hand counts for nothing.
I completely agree.
Because like before the Bielsa firing, I wouldn't have put Leeds in it. But my boy, they're going down.
Exactly. No,
Well,
see, but again,
luckily for them, Watford is also crap.
But
yeah,
our
no,
argument-
Watford is down. In my opinion, Watford is down.
But they got Hodgson, but also it's not a great squad. It's not a great
Hodgson
squad.
is not, bruh. He's old, bruh. He doesn't strike me as the type of guy when you're in trouble, he can bring you up.
No, but-
Old Hodgson could do that.
But you know these O's that know the league, dog. They come in and say, don't even try to play the pass in your own half. If you don't see the pass, don't make it. Rather kick it long.
No, funny enough, I do remember guys
Hit it long.
like the Sam Allardyce
Yeah,
who come and look at all the fixtures and kind of like plan what we're going
They
for.
say nils
As in
will
here-
take you far,
As
boy.
in here, bruh, if we're playing against these guys, no, you're not going to
No,
try
we'll take you
score.
far.
You're not going to try score. There's no. You can try counter attack, but there's 2 players running after it. But like Hodgson doesn't give me that.
Either way,
that feel.
man, like
So your picks to go down, I forget who you said last time, but then your
Norwich,
picks to go down.
Watford.
Norwich and Watford, yeah?
He said Burnley. You did say Burnley.
I will review that. I said I'm not sure. I said my
You said
argument
Burnley.
was no. My argument was Brentford won't go down.
Yes.
My argument was Brentford will not go down.
No. What you said is because we're talking about Brentford. You said Brentford will end up staying in a similar position.
I said there'll be 17.
yes.
17.
No. You said they'd
But in
end up
fact-
being in the same place, roundabout. I'm not saying that because now they're 15. So you said they'd be a mid-table-ish.
No, I didn't say mid-table push.
No. Like here, I mean, in this race on page 2, you meant like probably.
I said at worst they'll finish 17.
Yeah, you said 17.
cool.
Okay, yeah. So basically, not
Where
going
we
to
standing right now?
Yes, no, I said. I didn't say Burnley. I hate my boy Frank Lampard. I said
Oh.
Everton are going down. I said I hate my
No,
boy Frank
no.
Lampard.
You did.
So I think I said Norwich, Watford, and Brentford. But Leeds, with that decision, Leeds
Yeah.
comes into my thinking now.
I
You're
also,
not, even
This
thinking
was
of, you're not thinking Everton with the run of bad results they have. They still haven't won. Or they won 1.
Yeah, the 1-1. Yeah.
what I looked
Something
at
like that.
with Everton, the way they played against Manchester City, it was still an encouraging. What's his name? An encouraging game. I think we can actually get into that because that was another moment of controversy. Actually.
That was not a handball.
Yes. So before he jumped to the answer, let me build up a picture for you guys. So in the previous game week, Everton went up against Manchester City.
yeah.
And in that game, it ended up being 1-0. It was at Goodison Park, actually. 1-0, I think Foden scored. And there was an incident where situation was deemed a penalty for Everton. I think it was it after City scored?
It was deemed not to be a penalty.
Yeah,
After City scored.
after City scored. Okay, so I think
For
it
the
was
equalizer.
Yeah, it was an equalizer, basically, and potentially giving Everton 1 point in this whole relegation battle that they find themselves in. So I was going to kind of come to you, Uncle Lukusa. Let me ask you. I'll paint the picture as well for you guys, the fans. Basically, I think Everton was attacking, and then City regained possession of the ball in the box. But somehow Rodrigo ended up trying to control the ball. Where,
This part of his own.
yes. So Chris is claiming that it was on his bicep.
Yeah, it was not bicep. Oh yeah, bicep.
Yes,
Right.
bicep basically. So let me start with you, Kingdom.
So to me that's a penalty, right? That's just put it to me. So like Mr. Posher said, you can imagine the guy sort of making his movement like he's going to chase the ball, like he's moving his torso towards the ball, and also sort of twisting. And you know how your arms will evidently move when you're trying to do that.
So he
hits
basically
him on the arm.
he missed it with his torso and tried to
Pass me a phone,
control it anyways.
Yeah. So to me it's a penalty because there's no one around him, so you can't even say he's under pressure.
Yeah.
But if your arms are moving towards the ball and then your arm hits the ball, it's a penalty to me. But they said no penalty because it's on the shirt line. Apparently the rule has changed. I didn't even see that, but it's on the short line. Apparently the rule has changed. But yeah, it doesn't make sense. To me, it's a bad decision.
Yeah.
Ocean go over there, I just want to show the guy what.
Because you see, my problem that I have with that call is
That's the new rule.
so they deemed it to be offside.
Oh.
I think if memory serves me correct, it was deemed to be offsides because of build-up play before the ball was taken.
Oh, they gave the offside
No,
before the
they
penalty.
didn't give the offside. They said it was a handball.
No.
There's official ruling from the ref. They said it's handball.
Oh, so they did say it is a handball.
They said there was no offsides.
Oh, okay.
Fans are saying it's offside.
No, but that's what I'm saying, that there was...
The ref's report literally states handball.
Oh, so the ref said it was a handball. Or were they saying no to the call of a...
Yeah, but it's still...
Are they saying no to the call of handball?
Yeah, but that's the running rule through the season.
Sure. Okay. Anyway, I don't care what that rule is. That looks like a penalty.
My thing is that I've seen that call in many scenarios being called as a handball.
This season. Yeah.
Yeah. For this exact reason.
No, but guys,
For that
we're talking
twitch
about
movement.
not the twitch movement, man. We have to break it up into two parts now. The twitch movement where your hand comes out like this. Nah? That's a handball when it's hit here. I've seen a couple of calls this season where it's hit a player here. They said it's not a handball.
No, it's different when it hits you here. You're pointing to the upper shoulder.
Yeah, but it's here. It starts from
Yes,
the rule that said is from what they look at is the shirt. If it hits flesh, it's cool. It hit Rodrigo's shirt. And that's where I go with.
Interesting.
That goes because how do you differentiate? Because without the shirt, it's very hard to tell which part of the arm it hits here.
But now, Curtis, riddle me this. How come then, a couple of days ago, after Frank Lampard's press conference release, where Frank Lampard said that was a handball, and to quote, my 3-year-old daughter would have seen that was a handball. And then a couple of days later, Mike Riley, I don't know, there's a long acronym that basically says he's team referee, lead of team referee. He comes out and he personally calls Frank Lampard and chairman of Everton to apologize for the calls.
Okay, can I ask you, how did Frank Lampard get his job?
We all know how he got his job.
So that's how he got that call.
Okay.
That's how he got that call. How Frank Lampard got that job without any experience is how he got a call apologizing. Have you seen how people forgive themselves for racism even though... No, have you seen how one race forgives themselves for racism without a person who was involved in the racism? Like it's me and Lucas, we're busy fighting.
I'm wondering where you're going with this.
Wait, let me give a perfect
Every
example.
Tuesday.
Every Tuesday. Let me give a perfect example.
Yeah.
Me and Lucas are on the same team. Let's not me and Lucas are fighting. Lucas goes and shits out you.
Yes, sure. On the opposition team.
You are upset. I go to Lucas. Now you should forgive Lucas. He's a good man. It wasn't a bad call. What? You are still upset. But I'm like telling people, forgive Lucas.
Yes.
Same principle. Same principle.
Okay.
Like,
So
it's people who stick together, protecting each other. Frank Lampard is a media darling. How does he have a Premier League job? How? Without any coaching experience at under 23 level, under 21 level, he failed at Chelsea. He failed.
No, he did.
And now you have Everton with a budget. And then you go and complain to the Refs Association saying my 3-year-old child, when other refs say one bad word. One.
Was his complaint wrong?
That's the
His
part.
words. His words. If we're going to go according to the standards of how they judge other refs have to say, we're going to speak to the refs union to see how they came up with that call. That man came out. He's like, hey, Joe, those niggas are crap.
No, funny enough, I agree with you from that point of view, as in he should receive a hefty fine. I agree with you. But what I am saying is that, yes, fined. He got fined. I don't know what the amount was.
He
I don't
got
think-
fined.
He hasn't been fined.
Oh, hasn't he?
Frank
He
Lampard,
shouldn't.
Frank
He
Lampard
shouldn't.
hasn't been fined.
Really?
Because he's not the first coach to come out and say that decision should have been something different.
No.
And those guys have
insulted
consequently
the integrity of the
Of a
ref.
Integrity.
Yes.
How?
He said he's a terrible
my
ref.
3-year-old
My 3-year-old daughter.
Okay, I haven't seen
Yes.
my 3-year-old daughter.
And he
That's
called
not
him- he-
not integrity.
and
But
he-
if you're saying he's
no,
a crap
and-
ref,
No, the thing is, he called out VAR ref. The guy, Chris Kavanagh, I think. Is his name.
Yeah.
He called him out. He said, "I know who was in charge of what's it called, of VAR."
And
It
I
was
don't
Chris-
understand
it was
how he's
Chris
a ref.
Kavanagh. He said Chris Kavanagh could have, if he thought he could have let the ref look at that.
oh, because they didn't even send the ref
Yes,
to the monitor.
they didn't even send him to the monitor. So he's basically saying, you guys didn't even give the ref the chance to look at it. So that's why 3-0.
Look. Personally, I don't think he should be fined for that. Fucking Mourinho says things like that every week.
And he is hated by
Mourinho
He
does it
is-
strategically. He doesn't call out specific refs. Mourinho has never called out a specific ref. He's
No,
never.
and
he
even
might
then,
say,
even then Mourinho does get fined. But
even when Mourinho say, like, think
takes
about it.
happily.
Mourinho will be like, if I say something, I'll be in trouble.
Yeah.
He didn't insult the ref. He's just saying, I'm keeping quiet. You know we know it was wrong, but if I say something,
And
I'll
he
be in
hits you
trouble.
with statements like, if we were this team, that would never have happened.
Listen, I'm not on the defending Frank Lampard. I'm
Yeah.
just saying for what it is.
No,
That doesn't sound enough for
I
me.
also get you. I'm coming from a devil's advocate point
sure.
of view, as in like, I'm calling out. I'm talking to Uncle Curtis, who's saying that wasn't a penalty. But in my head, I'm saying, why was an apology issued? If
'Cause it's a wrong decision.
If they genuinely believe, because he's saying that it wasn't a penalty. He's saying on paper it wasn't a penalty, but I'm saying why was an
Guys,
apology issued?
when's the last time you heard an apology for the PGA or now?
Never.
Every season, boy. Nah, they
For
apologize
specific
all the time.
specific decisions?
100%.
Nah, boy.
100%.
When's the last time? Besides Lampard, you will not find them apologizing for specific decisions.
But I'd say no. In the past, maybe I'd probably say that.
They've
Recently, I haven't
apologized for the behavior of the ref towards players, but saying, sorry, we got the call wrong.
Recently, I haven't seen it. The apologies normally come with the ref being demoted.
Yeah. That stuff not
'Cause I'd
happening.
even argue there was some little shit that gave. Remember the Michael Oliver when with the pulling, with the double yellow in the
Yeah.
space of 10 seconds for us. They didn't drop him. City time as well when Gabriel got that the 2 yellows in the space of short time.
Didn't drop him. No apology.
But I'm looking at it from my point of view. Obviously, you every other fans, you guys might have situations that I might know about, but I know not many refs get dropped because I think the referees.
So you know
union-
what? Even when they drop them, they keep quiet now. They
Yes.
never say sorry.
Yes,
They
No.
keep quiet.
What happens these days? What happens is if a ref has a bad game, he just gets frozen for a little bit. They say, "Bruh, take some time off, chill. Let's not put your name on team sheets because."
You know
everyone-
how refs get overprotected now? I remember the last person who got dropped, because he made terrible decisions. I forget which ref was this, nah. They started complaining about that man's mental health, saying he didn't do it on purpose. Nah, boy. Nah, you made a terrible decision. Not as simple as that. Somebody was saying, Joe, Premier League is the richest league in the world. Go hire foreign competent refs, please. Go hire foreign competent refs, man. Go get that Italian guy a retirement. I'm tired of Mike Riley and his friends.
I'm still going for Super League.
Yeah,
You know,
Super League.
no, I'm saying I'm for the Super League.
Because you know that's the thing that always makes
I'll
me
stand
laugh.
for it now. We just changing devils.
You know what's
maybe
the thing that
a devil we don't know. We tangle with the devil we don't know for a little bit.
What always makes me laugh is, I know Arsenal hasn't been in the Champions League for a minute, I wasn't complaining about ref decisions when we lost Champions League games. I wasn't. Ref decisions in Champions League games.
Okay. It was. No, I won't.
Besides the Van Persie red card.
No,
a
let's-
Champions League game.
What I'm saying is, yeah, that's the game. Funny enough, I was going to bring up. I would not say that they are faultless, like in
What
that
I'm
way.
saying is I'm not
But I'm just
complaining
saying
as
as in-
consistently
Yes.
about refs in Champions League for either team. As much as I do in the Premier League. In the Premier League, on any given weekend, I
We'd
can
get
find
hands.
four
We'd get hands
bad
and we'd get
decisions on
Yeah.
any given weekend.
As a whole.
As a
more
whole.
than four.
Easy.
Way more than
But you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm even giving, even 4 is a lot, though. Imagine if I made 4 mistakes in the weekend of my job. I'll be fired by Tuesday.
Oh, you're saying one individual referee, each referee making...
Okay, fine. Let me say in a month, a ref is making 2 bad decisions per game.
Yeah, per game, minimum.
And I mean like
minimum.
terrible.
Minimum.
Yeah, no.
Minimum. The English refs aren't great. And across the board. I mean, there were bad decisions in the Newcastle game. They didn't get apologies. I hear what you're saying. There were bad decisions in that game. But Frank Lampard gets an apology. So I hear.
And he's the media darling.
It's not across the board. I think they do apologize a couple times in the season, but it's 10% of what they should apologize for.
But I think they apologize to managers they want to be successful.
No, I'd probably say they apologize to managers that they get along with. They have a better relationship with. I'd probably say Lampard has a better relationship with the referees unions. Yeah,
I wouldn't go that far yet because he hasn't been in long. I just think he's perceived to be something that he's not.
No, but what I'm trying to tell you is that Lampard, player-wise, he was quite a respected guy.
Okay.
But
he goes in with that reputation where they say, Brad Lampard.
But guys, can I ask you here, right? Because he didn't get the decision. What he got is an apology, right?
It does nothing though.
I don't know if it affects next week. That's another conversation. But I mean, he didn't get the decision.
To me, it affects next week.
Huh?
It affects next week.
No, nigga, I just gave you the answer. Now you're gonna go on that list. No, but
what he's saying is that the referee who's going to take care of the Everton game next week is going to be like, we screwed these guys over last week. We can't do it twice.
Potentially.
I
mean, we don't know until it happens, right? It hasn't even happened yet.
I'm explaining what he's
No. I hear you, but what I'm saying is the weekend has passed. He didn't get the decision. Shouldn't have got this apology. I don't agree with it either. Like I say, they apologize for 10% of what they should do.
I don't think they should.
But okay, no, I even in my own mind I contradicted my own point. But I'm saying he didn't get the decision.
Yeah. Oh, you basically saying what's this going to do for him?
No, I'm basically saying he didn't get it. He gets an apology for not getting it. But to me, that's better than getting a decision he shouldn't have got. Because we would have complained harder about that. Like, look at that soft penalty they got.
Okay, cool.
What I'm saying is he wouldn't care.
No, but you know...
He wouldn't care, but he's not being favored.
Okay, let me put it this way.
I can't say that equals him being favored.
Okay,
so you think this makes us all look at him and say, you know what? Yeah, you're one of us. Welcome. We're all hating.
Look at that. I hear you now. Potentially,
maybe.
Yeah. Potentially, I feel that puts him in a difficult position as a manager as well now.
Puts him in a difficult.
Yes.
Okay.
For criticism from me.
Okay.
Because any decision he gets going forward where his team doesn't deserve it, I can point it back to this apology. They're trying to rectify the mistakes.
But I would say that's more on you because now you're loaded when the next decision happens.
Yeah, but if he wasn't getting decisions before, now you're getting decisions all of a sudden after an apology.
I hear what you're saying.
Something changed. What changed?
I hear what you see. I wouldn't take it as something changed.
No, I'm not saying it's his fault.
No, I'm saying in general, I wouldn't take it as something changed. It's not before and after the apology.
I wouldn't look at it. It's Occam's razor, dog.
There's 38 games.
Yeah, but
there's 38 games.
It's Occam's razor. Occam's razor to me. The simplest solution is the right one. Yeah. Before you weren't getting...
I don't think that's the simplest solution.
It is the simplest. Think about it. You weren't getting decisions. You complained. They favor you. They're like, let's rectify when we did you dirty. All of a sudden, the next 5 games, you're getting penalty calls you shouldn't be getting. Like, what's the simplest thing that's changed? Are we going to say, no, man, refs got better over 2 weeks?
Again, this is a hypothetical situation.
Yeah, it's a hypothetical, but it's a world of hypotheticals.
Yeah. No, I do understand what you're saying.
This is not a world of hypothetical. The games played with 28 games in.
I'm talking
Why are we still at hypotheticals? There's only 10 left. There's more evidence of what actually happened than what might.
Yes, and I'm telling you, man, it's happened. But that's the first time Everton had a bad call. That I can remember that made this much controversy.
I reset your point, boy.
My thing is that
guys, when's the last time you heard an Everton bad call?
When's the last time you heard about Everton? You hear about one every 5 of the games.
You don't watch Everton games, so I don't think. I'm sure there's an Everton.
When Ancelotti was manager, he was getting bad calls. They didn't complain.
The thing is, you're not an Everton.
Bad calls. They got a bad call now. It's consistent.
Yes, you're not an Everton supporter, and Everton supporter would tell you differently.
Yeah,
they'd probably say, we've been getting screwed over this whole season. That's why we're here."
Nah, that team hasn't been getting screwed over though.
But we don't know.
They've been terrible.
When last did you watch an Everton game?
I watched them play. They're terrible.
No, when lost. I'm
They're
just
terrible.
saying. Don't. When lost did you watch an Everton game?
On Saturday,
Which game?
Man City.
You watched the game.
I'm lying.
No, but this is why I say, right? It's quite difficult.
This guy didn't even put up a fight. Dog.
No, I didn't know he didn't watch the game, but I was like, dude, you're not watching a Frank Lampard-led team. I know for a fact.
And City.
Yes.
I can't picture this guy saying Frank Lampard versus City. I'm sitting.
Yes. And
This guy.
You've gone on
Got
record
better
to-
times to think to.
Yes.
The group
You've
was
gone on
calling me.
record-
Dog. What time was that game? Let's check the time. What time it was that Everton Man City game?
I
If
think
it
it was
at-
the last kickoff. I
was
think
the
it
last
was like
kickoff.
the sick. It was on the Saturday.
Oh, it was the 7:30 kickoff. I was at
Something
Groove.
like that,
Guys are mad.
yeah,
Yeah,
it
it
doesn't
was-
give you the time. Yeah.
Half seven.
Half
You
7.
didn't
I
watch
was
that.
out drinking. Oh man, I'm not gonna bore myself like that with that boring football for
Yes.
2 hours.
No, fair point. But yeah, guys, I think we can end off the episode right there. We've touched on the controversies. We've touched on the football. We've touched on conversations about relegation. So I think we can end it off there. But yes, guys, thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And I guess we'll catch you guys next week.
Brr.
Yes.
Free Ukraine. Up until they say something racist.
All right. Cheers, guys.
Cheers, guys.